all participants bearing multiple names shall be removed from the video conference and shall no longer be readmitted on the said ceremony. May no longer be readmitted to the video conferencing room but will be allowed to get another appointment. Proper decorum. Inductees shall maintain formality and solemnity of the oath-taking ceremony, and proper decorum shall be expected from all attendees. Stepping out of the video conference, taking calls, shouting, or doing any other act is allowed to be seen with the inductee at any time during the video conference. Video and audio mode. Inductees are required to turn on their video camera during the screening and the entire ceremony. Audio should always be kept on mute mode except during the administration or recital of the professional's oath. Disruption of internet connectivity. Those whose connections are disrupted before the recital of oath shall be allowed to rejoin the video conference provided that the recital thereof has not yet commenced. Those whose connections are disrupted during the recital of the professional's oath due to the technical related reasons will no longer be readmitted but shall be requested to get another appointment for a new schedule. Those whose connections are disrupted after the recital of oath shall be considered to have completed the ceremony and shall be tagged by the regional office to have attended the same. Removal from video conference. Any improper, unwarranted, offensive, or untoward behavior during the video conference will warrant immediate removal from the video conference and will constitute a failure to fulfill the oath requirement for the inductee prior to registration as professional. Such inductee may, however, be allowed to get another appointment schedule. Proof of attendance. Inductees are required to complete the ceremony and may take a photograph or screenshot of the oath-taking ceremony showing themselves as a supporting proof of attendance in addition to the generated list of attendance from the system. Failure to join the ceremony. Those with confirmed appointment for online oath-taking but fail to join the same on the scheduled date for whatever reasons will be allowed to get another appointment following the same procedure. Recording of the ceremony. For record and verification purposes, the video conference will be recorded by the PRC Regional Office MS or Zoom account administrator. One device limit. Inductees are allowed to log in and join the video conference using one device only. Those whose name will appear more than once in the video conference list of participants due to the use of several devices shall be presumed to have shared the link details with unauthorized persons in violation of the rules herein stated. Accordingly, all participants bearing multiple names shall be removed from the video conference and shall no longer be readmitted on the said ceremony. Denial of readmission. Those denied admission to the video conference may no longer be readmitted to the video conferencing room but will be allowed to get another appointment. Proper decorum. Inductees shall maintain formality and solemnity of the oath-taking ceremony, and proper decorum shall be expected from all attendees. Stepping out of the video conference, taking calls, shouting, or doing any other activity that may cause interruption to the ceremony is prohibited. No other person or object is allowed to be seen with the inductee at any time during the video conference. Video and audio mode. Inductees are required to turn on their video camera during the screening and the entire ceremony. Audio should always be kept on mute mode except during the administration or recital of the professional's oath. Disruption of internet connectivity. Those whose connections are disrupted before the recital of oath shall be allowed to rejoin the video conference provided that the recital thereof has not yet commenced. Those whose connections are disrupted during the recital of the professional's oath due to the technical related reasons will no longer be readmitted but shall be requested to get another appointment for a new schedule. Those whose connections are disrupted after the recital of oath shall be considered to have completed the ceremony and shall be tagged by the regional office to have attended the same. Removal from video conference. Any improper, unwarranted, offensive, or untoward behavior during the video conference will warrant immediate removal from the video conference and will constitute a failure to fulfill the oath requirement for the inductee prior to registration as professional. Such inductee may, however, be allowed to get an ID and may take a photograph or screenshot of the oath-taking ceremony showing themselves as a supporting proof of attendance in addition to the generated list of attendance from the system. Failure to join the ceremony. Those with confirmed appointment for online oath-taking but fail to join the same on the scheduled date for whatever reasons will be allowed to get another appointment following the same procedure. Recording of the ceremony. For record and verification purposes, the video conference will be recorded by the PRC Regional Office MS or Zoom account administrator. One device limit. Inductees are allowed to log in and join the video conference using one device only. Those whose name will appear more than once in the video conference list of participants due to the use of several devices shall be presumed to have shared the link details with unauthorized persons in violation of the rules herein stated. Accordingly, all participants bearing multiple names shall be removed from the video conference and shall no longer be readmitted on the said ceremony. Denial of readmission. Those denied admission to the video conference may no longer be readmitted to the video conferencing room but will be allowed to get another appointment. Proper decorum. Inductees shall maintain formality and solemnity of the oath-taking ceremony, and proper decorum shall be expected from all attendees. Stepping out of the video conference, taking calls, shouting, no other person or object is allowed to be seen with the inductee at any time during the video conference. Video and audio mode. Inductees are required to turn on their video camera during the screening and the entire ceremony. Audio should always be kept on mute mode except during the administration or recital of the professional's oath. Disruption of internet connectivity. Those whose connections are disrupted before the recital of oath shall be allowed to rejoin the video conference provided that the recital thereof has not yet commenced. Oath, due to the technical related reasons, will no longer be readmitted but shall be requested to get another appointment for a new schedule. Those whose connections are disrupted After the recital of oath shall be considered to have completed the ceremony and shall be tagged by the regional office to have attended the same. Word behavior during the video conference will warrant immediate removal from the video conference and will constitute a failure to fulfill the oath requirement for the inductee prior to registration as professional. Such inductee may, however, be allowed to get another appointment schedule. Proof of attendance. Inductees are required to complete the ceremony and may take a photograph or screenshot of the oath-taking ceremony showing themselves as a supporting proof of attendance in addition to the generated list of attendance from the system. Taking but fail to join the same on the scheduled date for whatever reasons will be allowed to get another appointment following the same procedure. Recording of the ceremony. For record and verification purposes, the video conference will be recorded by the PRC Regional Office MS or Zoom account administrator. One device limit. Inductees are allowed to log in and join the video conference using one device only. Those whose name will appear more than once in the video conference list of participants due to the use of several dated. Accordingly, all participants bearing multiple names shall be removed from the video conference and shall no longer be readmitted on the said ceremony. Denial of readmission. Those denied admission to the video conference may no longer be readmitted to the video conferencing room but will be allowed to get another appointment. Proper decorum. Inductees shall maintain formality and solemnity of the oath-taking ceremonies. Shouting or doing any other activity that may cause interruption to the ceremony is prohibited. No other person or object is allowed to be seen with the inductee at any time during the video conference. Video and audio mode. Inductees are required to turn on their video camera during the screening and the entire ceremony. Audio should always be kept on mute mode except during the administration or recital of the professional's oath. Disruption of internet connectivity. Those whose connections are disrupted before the recital of oath shall be allowed to rejoin the video conference provided that the recital thereof has not yet commenced. Those whose connections are disrupted during the recital of the professional's oath due to the technical related reasons will no longer be readmitted but shall be requested to get another appointment for a new schedule. Those whose connections are disrupted after the recital of oath shall be considered to have completed the ceremony and shall be tagged by the regional office to have attended the same. Removal from video conference. Any improper, unwarranted, offensive, or untoward behavior during the video conference will warrant immediate removal from the video conference and will constitute a failure to fulfill the oath requirement for the inductee prior to registration as professional. Such inductee may, however, be allowed to get another appointment schedule. Proof of attendance.
Smile naman kayo dyan. Parang seryoso yata kayo. Ganyan. Kompleto ba kayo lahat? Okay. Wait lang tayo ah. In a very short while, magsisimula na tayo. We are 115 participants. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have guests. May mga guests tayo. Our host is PRC Region 12, based in Coronadal City, South Cotabato. So, we have guests. Okay, binibilang ko kasi ano, we are 115. Mayroon bang sa inyo dyan? Hindi hindi naka background ng ating official background. Doon lang sa may sa may video, select nyo lang yung icon ng video, change virtual background or choose virtual background. Yung if you are not able to choose your virtual background, at least plain, no? Kung meron kayong plain background, kunyari sa pader, okay na. Okay na yun, no? Yung mga devices nyo, kung hindi makapag-display ng virtual background, as long as you open your video, buksan nyo ang video ninyo. Ayan, okay. Good. Nakikita ko yung mga mukha nyo rito. Okay. Maganda yung mga ladies natin. Good morning, ladies. Ayun, okay. Good morning, Region 12, PRC Region 12. Our MC for today is Miss Orifil M. Figueroa. Okay, Miss Ao, can we start?
Yes, Honorable. To our Chairman, Chofilo S. Pilando Jr. and Commissioner Jose Cueto, to Chairperson and member of the Board of Aeronautical Engineers, to our Regional Director, to our inductees, a pleasant morning. To formally start our ceremony, please rise for the prayer, the singing of the national anthem, and the PRC hymn.
As we gather here in the harbor of our safety, we thank you and inspire us with your love, so that as we journey onwards, we would pour out your love and grace to others. We thank you for everyone gathered here today. We say that we are dependent on you and our trust is in you completely. As we surrender ourselves in adoration, we come fill our lives with your love. Fill our conversations with your grace and truth. Please guide our hearts as we make our decisions from this moment on. We seek you first in all together. May we be always mindful of all the learnings we've acquired throughout our training. We confess that we are nothing without you, and our trust is in you completely. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the PRC here.
I present to you the PRC officials, our Chairman, Chofilo S. Pilando Jr., and Commissioner Jose Y. Cueto. The Chairperson, Honorable Ernesto B. Ferreras Jr., and Honorable Member Redentor C. Malia of the Regulatory Board of Aeronautical Engineering. Head of Host Region, the Regional Director, Raquel R. Abrantes of PRC 12.
With the theme Surviving the Challenges Innovation During the Pandemic, let us hear the welcome remarks from Honorable Member Redentor C. Malia, Member of Regulatory Board of Aeronautical Engineers.
Masters, welcome to the 38th oath-taking ceremony of the new aeronautical engineers. We are gathered today to witness our new aeronautical engineers take an oath in the presence of their parents, mentors, guardians, family, and the general public to uphold the law and adhere to their duties and responsibilities as aeronautical engineer professionals, as well as to celebrate the fruit of their labor. Out of 241 examinees who took the aeronautical engineering licensure examination from PRC testing centers in Manila, Pampanga, Cebu, and Davao, here before us are the 108 victorious fresh aeronautical engineers. During my time, some 35 years ago, when I took the board exam, it was a lot different from yours. Resources were scarce, computers and internet were not as advanced as they are right now, and it took months before the results were released. We even had to literally look at the bulletin board of PRC at Moraita, Manila to know whether we passed or not. But your journey that led you to this success is definitely also not an easy one. Moses stage, dealing with multiple tests while doubling with projects on tight deadlines was over, you were met with yet another 6 more months of lectures and sleepless nights to review for the board exams. And because of the pandemic, you had to do this online. You were stuck in the front of the screens for hours, listening to your lecturers as you try to stay awake from a mind numbing sensation from information overload and long hours of the screen time. Perhaps some of you might even have doubted yourselves. And I'm too tired. I'm not going to make it. Maybe isn't for me. But then you start to think, why does passing this test really matters to you? Was it because you wanted an additional valid ID in your wallet? Was it for bragging rights? No, it matters to you because you want it and you know you deserve it. You did it to fulfill your dreams and achieve your goals. You did it for all people who believe in you. And most importantly, you did it for your parents who work hard to support you. According to Alex Dunphy from the show Modern Family, he said, "No one wins anything without the help from family and friends who steer you away from bad ideas and toward good ones. Because every time anyone accomplishes anything, he or she achieves it with the help of 1,000 silent heroes. So, you soldiered on, reviewed hard like a rock star, and now you have made it. Today, share your joy with your loved ones and make an effort to rediscover all the people who you asked to trust and believe in you. I sincerely want to thank the people who helped us to make this event happen. The Professional Regulation Commission, headed by Chairman Attorney Teofilo Pilando Jr., my colleague and Chairman of PRB, Honorable Ernesto Ferreras Jr., our PRB Secretariat, Ms. Aliana Kanda, the PRC Region 12 Office in Coronadal City, South Cotabato, for hosting this virtual oath-taking headed by Director Raquel Abrantes. I would also want to speaker for this event. From the Professional Regulatory Board of Aeronautical Engineering, congratulations to all the board passers and welcome to your first day as aeronautical engineers. Thank you all. Stay safe and God bless us all. Good morning.
Thank you, Honorable Malia.
At this point, allow me to introduce our keynote speaker for today. He's working at PAL Express, Pasay City, Philippines, and in charge of the aircraft maintenance and engineering from June 2017 to present. He is responsible for ensuring that the necessary support in relation to manpower resources and facilities are available for the company. He also worked at Sebgo Incorporated, formerly Tiger Air Philippines at Pasay City, as a Director of Quality, Safety, and Security from October 15 to April 2017. He was also the Director of the Engineering and Maintenance from April 2013 and up to September 2015. He has direct MO in relation to inventory technical management and fleet technical management. He worked also at Batavia Air or Aerotechnic Angkasa at Jakarta, Indonesia. He is the head or maintenance manager from October 2012 to January 2013. He is also the manager in engineering from May 2012 to January 13 at Jakarta, Indonesia. He was the board examiner of aeronautical engineering from October 2009 to June 2012 at the Philippine Regulation Commission, Manila, Philippines. He is responsible in the development and preparation of examination for aspiring aeronautical engineers in the country. He has also work experience in Aviation Partnership Philippines Corporation, Pasay City, as Director of Quality and Safety Management from February 2009 to February 2012. He is a close liaison with CAAS, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, and other aviation regulation authority on all airworthiness requirements. He is also responsible in the development and implementation of safety measures in the aircraft tarmac, hangar, and shops to satisfy integrated safety management system requirements. He also worked in Dornier Technology Incorporated, Clark, Pampanga, Philippines as General Manager from April 2007 to February 2009. In Aviation Partnership Philippines Corporation, he was the Director 2007. He was teaching technical courses required by aircraft mechanics for qualification and other related aviation courses. He was also the NDT inspector from June 2005 to April 2007. He also worked in Cebu Pacific Air, Pasay City as Director of Engineering and Technical Services from November 2004 to courses required by aircraft mechanics for qualification and other related aviation courses. He was the manager of the technical services who reviews and incorporates all aircraft engine and component manufacturers' recommendations and regulatory directives in the program. He is the unit chief of Wheels and Brake Shop on December 1999 to December 2002. He was the designated NDT inspector from January 2000 to May 2005 and engineer of airframe and system on January 1996 to November 1999. At Pat's College of Aeronautics at Pasay City, he was the instructor engineering and other related aviation courses. He also worked at Audio Lab, SM Mega Mall, as salesman, at Maxon System Incorporated at Cavite as electronic technician, and Jollibee Alabang as fryman. As to his education, he got his master's degree from École Nationale d'Aviation Civile and graduated Master of Science in Advanced Aviation Safety Management System on 2018. His college education at Pat College of Aeronautics and graduated on 1990 with the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Engineering. He has also the vocational course at Central Luzon Polytechnic College, especially electronics, and received the academic scholarship. His high school education was in Central Luzon Polytechnic College and graduated as salutatorian. As to his elementary at Gapan North Central School with 5th Honor Award. He also passed the government exam as well as licenses of as aeronautical engineer, airframe and power plant mechanic, aircraft mechanic specialist, and driver's license professional. He is also a member of Society of Aerospace Engineers in the Philippines, or SAEP, and member of Philippine Society of Non-Destructive Testing, or PSNT, and member of Philippine Association of Professional Regulation Board, or PAPRB. He also attended a lot of trainings and conferences, especially in different countries. To name a few, the ATR Flight Safety Conference at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, the CCAR 145 R3 regulation at Beijing, China, the investigatory workshop, the Boeing MEDA at Singapore, airworthiness training at Singapore, integrated safety management system at Singapore, the CAS Aviation Safety Forum at Singapore, the JAR 145 approval OJT at Bangkok, Thailand, Airbus maintenance planning course at France, the B Transport Seminar at France, the B757-200 wheels and brake maintenance at Los Angeles, California, USM-25 ultrasonic flow detector operations training at Singapore, the wheels and brakes repair and overhaul training at Kastrup, Denmark, the DC-9 brake repair and overhaul training at Kastrup, Denmark, the DC-9 flight training initial at Miami, Florida, the structural repair training, composite repair training at Long Beach, California. He has also a lot of national conferences as well as training. To name a few, SGS OH SAS 18001-2007 at Muntinlupa, the Emergency Training DND at Pasay, the NDT Surface Methods Testing Level 2 at Diliman, Quezon City, the NDT Eddy Current Testing Level 2 at Diliman, Quezon City, and NDT Ultrasonic Testing Level 2 at Quezon City. As to his in-house training, he is the Certified Aviation Lead Auditor. He also attended the Quality Management System documentation, the Internal Quality Audit course, the ISO 9001-2008 Introduction course, the Risk Management Introduction, the ATR 72-500 General Familiarization at Pasay City, and a lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker for today is a licensed aeronautical engineer, the appointed PRC board examiner, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines ANP mechanic, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines non-destructive testing specialist, the Board of Director for Airlines of the Society of Aerospace Engineers of the Philippines, and the Technical Panel for Engineering and Technology. Let us all welcome Engineer Benjamin Pablo E. Simbulan, the 2021 Most Outstanding Aeronautical Engineer.
To our new board passers for the Board of Aeronautical Engineering, which I believe will have 108 passers out of 240 for 2021. Of course, with our school, college, and university presidents who are joining us, including their representatives for this morning and this celebration. Our PRB or Professional Regulatory Board for the Board of Aeronautical Engineering, our chairman, Honorable Ernesto Carreras, our board member, Honorable Redentor C. Malya, and of course, as I always honor, as the celebrant of this momentous celebration, which nonetheless are of course the parents of all of our successful board partners for 2021, I believe they offer this greatest achievement for their life. Okay, it's definitely for their parents. So sa inyong lahat, magandang umaga at sana'y tayo magkaroon ng magandang kinabukasan, which still seems to go on and on, or hopefully it will stop this year, but it seems that it will continue until this virus has been overcome already. But of course, hopefully, sana hindi na magkaroon pa ng another year itong virus na to. As the COVID virus keeps on evolving to survive, just so difficult to accept, and we have no choice but to understand and learn. And basically, Managing the virus is one way of doing it. And of course, the issue of climate change, a phenomena that, like with the recent super typhoon Udel, that disconnected the Visayan region and had caused so much sufferings to our kababayans, especially those who live on the southern part of the country. Visayas like Cebu, like Bacolod, like Surigao, which is unbelievable. For this one, let us pause for a while and offer our prayers and time of silence. So let's give them a few seconds of silence. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers of silence. Now, as we are all thinking and being skeptic on what will happen next to all of us and to the aviation industry on 1990, that was almost 3 decades ago, that was 30 years ago. Maybe you are all surprised on what I am trying to share with you, comparing the time when I passed the board and the current situation. Well, to start with, on that year, there is only one airline that is well known in the country, then that is Philippine Airlines. And at that time, ALX, Cebu Pacific, Sebgo, AirAsia, Royal Air, so much of airlines to name. And even some approved maintenance organization like Lufthansa Technic Philippines, A Plus, SIAEP, Dornier. Those are the new companies that starting to boom also in the industry. But during our time, it's only PAL. Even LTP is not yet existing, or they are not yet around as capable as they are right now. So much opportunities. But with only one company like PAL, everybody wants this great company during those years. But if you learn to finding a needle in a haystack, masyadong mahirap makalusot, sabi nga nila, o makakita ng pagkakataon matanggap sa PAL. So, with our team for this occasion, surviving challenges in aviation during the pandemic. Well, of course, this year is known as the pandemic, okay, of the COVID virus. We started with just the COVID virus, COVID-19, then followed by Delta virus. Now, we have the Omicron, which is really evolving. At the end, we have the same basic aspirations during this time and my time. And that is one. That is the aspiration, surviving the challenges in the aviation industry. Either it's global or domestic in effect. But the most challenging part here is at your times, it is global affecting those, newcomers in the industry like me, and it's just domestic in effect. Because it's already a good career before, because we all know that Filipinos are really welcome abroad because there are good performers, there are good engineers. Well, I always love to believe the wisdom of our elders. Or with my age, I love, when I was at the young age to hear those proverbs or kasabihan. I have three, and to share the first one, I always like this one because it means like, kung walang hirap, walang ginawa. It is something that I really, wanted to, you won't feel that you're gaining if you don't, feel the pain. So that is very typically similar to kung walang hirap, walang ginawa, which I really strive, to accept any challenges in my life, any failures, no matter what it takes, I'll just, stand up again and rebound. There's no acceptance of, of hirap, di ba? So, it's like, the hirap is part of progress. So, kung walang hirap, walang ginawa. So, I feel like, if I don't feel that stress or I don't feel any pain or challenges or failures, it's not a meaningful, path to my career. Another one is, sabihan is ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. It's like something that if you don't look up, basically you cannot see what's in front. I just translate it literally, but the truth is, it's like respect your humble beginnings. No matter where you came from, no matter what your family status is, no matter what you have been studying, I always, respect my professors. When I landed my first job, I always respect my mentors. And the first company that who have considered me to break or to start my career was nonetheless the greatest school that I know, which is PATS, College of Aeronautics. Then followed by Cebu Pacific as the company who, considered my talent. So it's really something that I always wanted to look back and, see how this had made me, this beginnings had made me to be. And of course, the third kasabihan is the Rolling Stone gather nothing, even moss. And I took all those proverbs seriously and live with it. So, what's the Rolling Stone gather nothing? Of challenges. I lost my father at the young age, so I started like hopping on jobs so that I could graduate from my college. I was even a waiter before, a taxi driver. You know, I even very proud of jeepney driver, lipat bahay. So those are the things that until someone told me that hey, you cannot just jump to another job because you find it like convenient for you. You need to start nailing yourself so that you could grow your roots. So then, as one brand, of course, which I thought to be impossible before. But warning, do not think that this happened with no challenges. Believe me, parang COVID din ito at Odette when I started my career. And this gave me the strength and made me strong. Okay, so what is the secret? The secret is not actually having connections. It's always you. Sabi nila, it is not what you know, but it's the people whom you know. What do you think? For me, it may be true to some, but for me, it's not. Make yourself respected. Okay, so it starts from where? Your perseverance, which is connected to what? No pain, no gain. As I've told you, kung walang hirap, walang ginhawa. So persevere. And that's the first step. Respect your humble beginnings. Means say establish your own you. The humble beginnings is you need to look back so that you could, rebound from it. Establish your own you. So just don't keep on changing job. Just don't keep on looking for something comfortable. No. Success is not comfort. Success is responsibility. So start growing your roots and be a successful aeronautical engineer in the future, starting today, on your own ways. I am not telling you to copy anyone. It's better to be you. First, you need to know your objective in life, as your job is not your life. I've been telling to everyone, they thought the job makes you different. The job will make you live your life. So I only understood this when I was already at the age where I could really see that not it's not the company that will make your life. It is you who will make your life by a good job with the company. Make a career dream plan, and live with it. Do not deviate. Always, have a checklist, have a program. ensure that everything you decide, everything, anything that you wanted to do should, should be contributory to build the roadmap to reach your destination. You know, cause problem to your dreams in small ways. Always, make those decisions that will add up to what you wanted to be. Okay? Always take advantage of what you have and the bench pad, you know. And what I have, I don't have my father around me, so I need to capitalize on that positively. Today you have the way I could see it, supportive family, great friends, more companies to land a job, not like before, only one in the country, but now globally you still have more companies. We are not, I always put, the prayers ahead. In Jesus' name, we will always survive as the aviation industry recovers. Do not be left behind. How I wish that I could still continue until, noon failures and success. So you have nothing to worry on the things that may come to your, to your life starting today, because you have something to begin with, because you know that success doesn't come without failures. Okay? To begin your life after passing the board and getting your license, this is really a very challenging path. Having a license is a responsibility. It's not really something that you need to be, like, oh, I could now find a job. No. It's something that makes it difficult to find a job, because you need what? Having the license is a responsibility. So you need to take accountability on any decisions that you will make starting today. This could be your best opportunity to start living your life through your chosen career. So good luck and Merry Christmas to all. As this year, I believe you already have received your greatest gift. Okay, so to the parents, I know everyone here are equally proud like the parents because of the achievements of their children, or to their new engineers. Thank you very much and good day. Bye-bye.
Engineer Benjamin Pablo Isimbulan. Now let us have the presentation of Certificate of Appreciation to the keynote speaker. I am going to read the content of the citation. Republic of the Philippines Professional Regulation Commission, Professional Regulatory Board of Aeronautical Engineering presents this year for being the guest of honor and keynote speaker during the 38th oath-taking ceremony conducted online of the new Aeronautical Ernesto B. Ferreras, Jr., Chairman. Signed, Honorable Redentor C. Malya, Member.
Thank you, Chairman.
Today,
Appreciate this one. Also, Ma'am Aeronautical, salamat po sa mag-appreciate. Also, your good hairstyle. This is my first time to see you with the great hair. And to the rest of the board passers and all new engineers, I think I have met some of you already. Just keep it up and never surrender. Thank you very much.
thank you, Engineer. Today, we have 110 inductees, and as host region, it is a pleasure to present our new aeronautical engineers wherein soon to be full-fledged aeronautical engineers. Let us start with this point, let us have
Robert Miguel Cuevas de Maranan with rating of 84.05. Rank 9 with rating of 84.90. Rank 8 still from Philippine State College of Aeronautics Pasay, Yestin Pabuaya Toreno with rating of 85.20. Rank 7 from Pats College of Aeronautics, Marie Angelo Beric Franco with rating of 85.60. Rank 6 from Philippine State College of Aeronautics Pasay, Francis Benedict Maglasang Hermoso with rating of 85.65. Rank 520. Rank 4 from Pats College of Aeronautics, Edward Lewis Calalang Ramos with rating of 85.75. Rank 3 from Philippine State College of Rank 2 from University of Perpetual Help System, Dalta Las Piñas, Jesser Abelio Garde with rating of 85.95. Rank 1, we have 2 from Fiatir University, Jarime Tan Soriano, and from University of Perpetual Help System, Dalta Las Piñas, Don Maclean Andales Camus, both with rating of 86.85.
congratulations. Now I'm going to read the content of the citation. Republic of the Philippines Certificate of Distinction to Don Maclean Andales Camus for having obtained first place in the Aeronautical Engineering 19 and 18, 2021 in the city of Manila, Cebu, Davao, and San Fernando. Issued this 28th day December 2021. Signed, Ernesto B. Ferreras Jr., Chairman. Signed, Redentor C. Malia, Member. Signed, Chofilo S. Pilando Jr., Chairman, Professional Regulation Commission. Aeronautical Engineering Licensure Examination given by the Board of Aeronautical Engineering last November 16, day of December 2021. Signed, Ernesto B. Ferreras Jr., Chairman. Signed, Redentor C. Malia, Member. Signed, Chofilo S. Pilando Jr., Chairman, Professional Regulation Commission. At this point, we will hear the response of the first placer from Don Maclean Andales Camus and Jarime T. Soriano.
And Engineer Redentor C. Malia, to the guest, and of course to all the successful takers of November 2021, I'd like to express my humblest gratitude to God and all the people who are part of this journey, my parents and family, friends, classmates, Perpetual Health System Dalta. I want to thank you for all of your support, motivation, and opportunities that you have given me. It is indeed an honor beyond compare to express my gratitude to have received such a milestone of achievement from high school and was oblivious to what I really wanted to be for my future career or profession. I don't really have a year. As a BSAMT student, I started to have an admiration for the mind-blowing physics of light and the beautiful language of mathematics. This admiration turned into a passion, and the knowledge that I have learned has fueled my aspirations remarkably. It advocates my decision to pursue my dream of becoming an aeronautical engineer. After I graduated from BSAMT, I enrolled in BSAE in order to realize this dream of mine. During my time as a BSAE student, I learned and absorbed all of this wisdom and knowledge. I started reading books, watching educational videos, solving problems. Because of this, I now look at our beautiful nature differently. I now look at birds and insects flying with awe in my eyes. I am amazed at the physics and mathematics that we have discovered that allow us to send humans to space and the moon. I now marvel at the beautiful language of our universe, which is mathematics. This new perspective of mine helped me excel in mathematics, made it easy for me to prepare for the board exam, as studying and reviewing came naturally. However, our own and our family's safety, the loss of jobs, and the possibility of the board exam being postponed or cancelled. It was also not easy to transition from face-to-face to an online class or online review. All of these things make learning difficult. Some people may also tend to invalidate and belittle us, claiming that we only graduated because it was easier to pass due to the online class and the consideration that was given because of the pandemic. Some may also undervalue our success in the board exam, claiming that we have plenty of time to review because of the cancellation of the previous board exam. We humbled ourselves by admitting our inadequacies and shortcomings, but let us not forget that we also faced a lot of adversities and challenges during school with awards and honors. I was not the brightest student in my class, and I was also not the hardest working student in the room. Even during my early years in college, I was still not taking my studies seriously. But as I developed my passion for aviation and mathematics, everything seems to fall into place. In my opinion, you don't need to be the smartest and brightest student in the room. You don't need to be the most talented student in the room. You don't even need to be the hardest working student in the room. Although you need these things in order to achieve your goals, they will all come naturally if you really love what you are doing and if you are really passionate about it. As the face of success, if you love what you are doing, you will be successful. For me, my passion for aviation and mathematics work in unison. Like I would like to congratulate all of us new aeronautical engineers. And I don't believe that the top-notchers here are the only ones that have such talent and skill. We are all the same. We are all engineers now. Genius. All of our sacrifices and hard work have finally paid off. We did it. And today, we are now the engineers of tomorrow that we dreamed of yesterday. Thank you, and may God's blessing be with all of us.
It is an honor to be here today. I would like to start this with a quote. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. I believe this very phrase defines my experience as a student. Each of us had a concrete plan, or at the very least, an idea of where we're going once we finish college and pass the board exam. I myself am no exception to this very viewpoint. However, the pandemic showed me that no matter how much you plan or think ahead, it will all be useless when confronted with the cold reality that everything can change and that sometimes that change can be very sudden and very chaotic. During the start of my review, I was confronted with a number of things. The feeling of unease in preparing for a few months, numerous small responsibilities that take up majority of my time, the fear that I'm not capable enough of doing it right the first time, and other such excuses that prevented me from taking the first step in studying for the board exam. Eventually, after a good bit of time spent on self-reflection, it hit me that I am the only one responsible for determining how I would like the outcome of my board exam to be. Since for me, the board review will only serve to prolong the pressure. When it comes to not being prepared enough for the board exam to come up on the exam proper, I should focus on those that I alone have control over, which is my preparation and learning as much as I can in order to minimize the risk of failing. The more you prepare, can prepare for it. And with this mindset, I finally decided to take the first step. However, it didn't just end there. In fact, I would like to think that this is where the true battle began for me. Since social media and etc. Thankfully, this was removed by reminding myself of the concept of delayed gratification, which is the temptation of the present are nothing when compared to the rewards waiting for me, self-reinforcing habit of mine. Whenever I am tempted to overindulge in activities that often bring me joy for a short amount of time. The feeling of not being prepared enough as the days slowly pass by became the leading motivator for me by increasing my mastery of it, as I was able to increase my chances of passing. However, despite all those efforts and preparation, fast forward after a few months, and I am already in a position I never thought I'd be. And I believe it is all because that I am able to that I am able to reap the rewards right now. If you're familiar with the snowball effect, which is the secret to big results is to do the small things consistently. And that's what I did. This had to be the main key in combating the feeling of ill preparedness brought about by anxiety and the ever present fear of failure. But perhaps the biggest key to being able to achieve this is to think long term. A few months of sacrifices, a lifetime of benefits. And by envisioning what I wanted to accomplish by that and a habit of discipline. I would like to end this speech by reading a quote that came across while trying to find a reason to go on during this pandemic. If you are not happy about something in your life, take a good look in the mirror and acknowledge that it is your fault for not taking the necessary actions to correct them. Oftentimes, we are the architects of our own success or demise. We can blame no one but ourselves for being stuck in a rut. And if fate is the accumulation of thousands of tiny decisions and actions, we always have a choice of how to react when things don't go our way. I just simply chose to do what's right, and I'm sure that each and every one of you here had also done the same. Hence, why we all are deserving of the title engineer in our name. This pandemic may have shown us that not everything is set in stone. No matter how much we want it to be, we can only soldier on and hope that perhaps this coming year will be our year. Thank you and stay safe to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Camus and Mr. Yano.
Dancers on the street. I remember the child in the manger as he sleeps. Wherever there were people giving gifts, exchanging cards. I believe let's light our Christmas trees for a bright tomorrow where nations are at peace and all are one in God. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. This season may as another New Year's
Merry Christmas. To administer the recital of oath of professionals and deliver his message, let us have Honorable Ernesto B. Ferreras Jr. And may I remind our inductees to take a screenshot of the recital of oath of professionals as additional proof of attendance.
Thank you, Miss Au. How are you? Musta kayo lahat? Mukhang ayaw niyong ngumiti ah. You are soon to be aeronautical engineers. Okay? So, before I start the oath, I would like to again mention my gratitude and thanks to our guest of honor and keynote speaker, to Mayor Benjamin Simbulan, who is here today, and also to our guest, to Dr. Al Loreto. If I'm not mistaken, is the Executive Vice President of the University of Perpetual Health Delta, System Delta, who is with us also today. And of course, our personnel from Region 12, no? Si Miss Au Figueroa, our MC, yung mga, and of course the director, si Miss Raquel Abrante, and who is kind enough to entertain us with their Christmas song presentation. Okay, so now we come to the most awaited part of the program, okay, the oath-taking ceremony. So may I remind you that let us be solemn as we speak the oath. And remember, no, we formally call upon God to witness to the truth of what we are going to say and or sincerely intend to do. So I want you, all of you, to speak the words properly, okay, and at the same time. So we are all aeronautical engineers. Let us prove that we can do it properly. Okay, so please stand. I request everybody to stand. The inductees to stand. So, ayusin nyo na yung sarili nyo, no? Pakita nyo yung mga nagagandahang barong nyo dyan at saka yung mga sa ladies, no? Yung mga nagagandahang damit ng mga ladies natin. Ayusin yung camera ninyo. Dapat makita yung mukha ninyo. Okay, buo. You must remember, naka-record tayo. This is for posterity. Ayusin yung sarili nyo. Okay na? Okay. So, please raise your right hand. Your right hand. Yeah. Makita nyo. You're raising your right hand. Okay. And repeat after me. The oath of professional. You can also read on your screen. Ayusin yung camera nyo. This is your proof. This is your proof. Okay, naka-record. Okay, let us start. I state your name.
I am June Angelo Franco Founder Trend D Manila Ermita Manila May solemnly
Hereby solemnly swear
Hereby solemnly swear
Ermita Manila, hereby solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
That I will support.
Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines.
The
Constitution of the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines.
Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines.
Hello.
I will bear true faith and allegiance
Will bear faith and allegiance to the same.
I will obey the laws.
Legal orders,
obey the laws, legal orders, and
and decrees.
Nakita yung screen.
Promulgated by the duly constituted and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authority.
Republic of the Philippines.
Republic of the Philippines.
Republic of the Philippines. I impose this obligation upon myself without mental reservation or
Further
solemnly swear that at times and places
I will
adhere closely to the ethical and professional rules generally accepted.
Aeronautical engineering profession.
Profession in the Philippines.
and I will
well and faithfully discharge
I will well and faithfully discharge
the best of my ability.
ability
and duties and obligations the best of my ability and duties and obligations.
To the best of my ability, the duties and obligations.
Incumbent upon
legally
Incumbent upon legally authorized
Aeronautical engineer.
aeronautical engineer practitioner.
So help me God. Okay. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Gusto mo sigaw ng palakpak para sa ating lahat. Please take your seat. Okay, and I will deliver my message. Alam kong excited na kayo ay tawagin na isang inhinyerong aeronautical. But let me share with you my thoughts on the future of our profession. Given the COVID-19 pandemic is not over yet. So let's just hope next year would become favorable for conditions to improve so that we can overcome this pandemic and go back to work again, especially in the aviation industry. Surely you have read in social media about the conditions of the aviation, Benjamin Simbulan. You have heard about the new normal, that even if this pandemic is over, things will not return to the old or traditional way of doing them. As an example, in aviation maintenance training, face-to-face classes inside rooms are sure to go, and it will be replaced by online or virtual training through various platforms like Zoom and MS Teams. This is because it has been proven that online classes or seminars are also effective, if not better, than traditional classroom training. The advantages of holding virtual classes are obvious. No? As long as the Wi-Fi signal is strong and good. This is just to illustrate one of the changes that we will face in the near future. And with these changes come challenges. There will be new ways of doing things in the airlines, in the maintenance repair organizations, in aviation schools where you graduated, in training centers like Lufthansa Technical Training, where I work. Our colleagues, the aeronautical engineers who are already working in these companies or schools, are in the know already, and they are adapting to these challenges. This means new technologies, new procedures, new issues and concerns. What I'm driving at is this. As you enter the world of aeronautical engineering, prepare yourself for the challenges ahead. Of course, the number one question in your mind is how to get employment. Don't worry. Work will come to you, as there are hundreds of you out there looking for work. Because many people or persons working in the industry have already retired or have looked for other work outside the industry. So in fact, it's the same for the other professions. In the meantime, keep yourself informed. My advice to you is this: be ready always. Because when you are not prepared, even if a job opportunity comes, you will not pass the interview. So prepare the nautical engineers out there, especially those who are presently working in the airlines or general aviation companies. They will inform you if there's work available or a job opening. So most especially of the Society of Aerospace Engineers of the Philippines, or SAEP, the accredited integrated professional organization of our profession. So this is mandated by our regulatory basic law, the Presidential Decree number 1570. I encourage you to take the oath. You will be issued or given a certificate of membership. And when you renew your professional IDs, your PRC IDs, you will be required to submit a certification of membership in good standing. Also, be involved in the affairs of SAEP. Participate in SAEP's activities. Get to know what's going on in the aviation community para di kayo mahuhuli sa balita. Bilang isang aeronautic SAEP's activities by participating in the seminars or workshops. You will do this when you take the Continuing Professional Development or CPD, and you will earn credit units. So, this affair is one event that we will not forget, as you are the batch that took the oath of professional during the pandemic. So we might as well in Malya. Thank you all very much for your participation and stay safe. So once again, congratulations to the new aeronautical engineers. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Honorable Ernesto B. Ferreras Jr. At this
Joy to the world. Joy to the world. Oh, joy to the world. The Lord is come. Let earth receive the King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Oh, joy to the world. Joy to the world. Ah, joy to the world. The Savior reigns. Let men stars and floods, rock fields and floods, rock sails and flames. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Joy to the world, and we sing. Let the earth receive a King. Joy to the world, and we sing. Let the angel voices ring. Joy to the world, and we sing. Let the men their songs employ. Joy to the world, and we sing. He rules the world with truth and grace. He makes the nations prove. And lives of his righteousness and wonders of his love. 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 And wonder we sing, let the earth receive her King. Joy to the world, and we sing, let the angel voices ring.
Joy to the world. And now we will hear the closing remarks from the Regional Director, Raquel R. Abrantes of PRC 12.
I'm on mute. Okay. So thank you very much, Ao. Good morning, everyone. It is a great pleasure to be the host of this oath taking. I think everyone here will agree that the journey towards this day was not easy. Why did I decide to become an aeronautic engineer? Maybe some, if not most, have asked this question to themselves. At the beginning, in the middle, and towards the preparation for board exam, I believe you still have the same question and the answer gets clearer as time goes by. But let me share an important lesson. The most important question that we should be asking ourselves is how to become an aeronautical engineer. Not just the title, but the aero engineer in its true essence. Whatever the profession a person has, regardless of the title, it is imperative to have a set of core values that will keep us grounded. If you ask me, one important value is discipline. Not many people would choose to become like you. Your profession is very rare, and that makes you stand out. However, it is not enough that we stand out just because we are smart or highly intelligent, but rather because we give high regard in practicing the profession. We exude humility alongside excellence by making ourselves trainable and versatile to every work entrusted to us and not settling to mediocrity. We know within ourselves that we can always do better than that. And when we realize it, it is not it is not to forget to honor those who mentored and helped us for us to be where we are today. I know you all have high dreams, literally and figuratively. It is more rewarding to keep our feet on the ground while hitching our wagon to a star. As mentioned earlier by our top-notcher engineer, Don Camos, you actually have undergone such a huge challenge during those times of pandemic. The aviation sector is facing one of the most complicated challenges during the pandemic, and we know that. The main constraints for the industry's future and what real measures can be taken in order to recover the situation brings a big challenge indeed. As a principal consequence of quarantine and closing borders, most of the people canceled their flights, pushing the airlines companies to edge of abyss. The aviation sector is also challenged how far they could go and what the operating limits are. The analysis of the global air transportation industry shows that airlines were facing a loss of $83.3 billion in 2020. Ganun po yun kalaki. Airports also need to adopt new safety and risk management measures in conjunction with operators. Previous publication from International Air Transportation Association considered medical evidence and multi-layered approaches to support the restart of operations. We should also remember that COVID-19 has shown that we can respond to challenges at a scale we've never seen before and consider how to make changes to move to a more resilient state while we have the opportunity. As the new aeronautical engineers, it is a need that we have to be strong amidst the challenges faced in and out of the country, whether local or global challenges. Strong, resilient, and proud. This is how we view the new aeronautical engineers. Take the challenge and make your parents, your alma mater, and our country proud. Once again, congratulations to you all, newly elected engineers. At this point, I would like to thank the Honorable Chairperson of PRP for Aeronautical Engineers, Honorable Ferreras, and of course, its member, the member of the board, Honorable Malia. Also, this event would not have been possible, of course, without the assistance of our personnel from PRC Region 12. We have here our Master of Ceremony, Ms. Orofil Figueroa, and of course, our IT, Mr. Merck Alulod, and of course, the assistance of the other support of the other personnel from Region 12. Once again, thank you very much. Maayong buntag, maayong Pasko sa atong tanan.
Thank you very much, Director. Thank you, everyone. Before signing off, may we know if the board has some announcements?
Screenshot. Oh.
Thank you very much to PRC Region 12. Without you, this event would have not been possible at maayos naman, maayos ang ang ganap ng ating off-take in spite that this is an online event. Okay, so to the new aeronautical engineers, again, welcome to the world of aeronautical engineering. So this is a good time for us to celebrate, and lalo na sa inyo, you can celebrate your success, no, with the coming new year. Okay, once again, thank you very much. Okay, Misaw. Nakamute ka, Misaw.
Thank you, Honorable Ferreras and Honorable Malia, and to our Regional Director, and to our guests. This is Aurifil M. Figueroa, your Master of Ceremony with Merc Angel Alolod, greeting you a warm congratulations. And that ends our activity today. Have a blessed day ahead. Congratulations, everyone.
Bye.
Recording stopped.
Thank you. We'll end in 1 minute.
Recording in progress.